With the new Pokemon card set Phantasmal Flames coming out a little while ago, people have been wondering what is the new deck that we should be looking for. Us people who don't want to always be playing the big meta decks like Dragapult, Golden Go, Gardevoir, and the like. And so I have that deck for all you people who like their B tier or C tier decks. Mega Mega Sharpedo EX is a 330 HP Dark type Mega Pokemon. Remember, Megas give up 3 prize cards when knocked out. For 1 Dark Energy, you can use Greedy Fang, 70 damage, draw 2 cards. Decent. You can knock out a basic evolving Pokemon like Dreepy and Charmander, and get a 2-card draw off it, which is really nice. Hungry Jaws is what we're really using Mega Sharpedo for. 2 Dark, 120 plus an extra 150 if it has any damage counters on it. So that would be 270 if he is damaged at all. Plus, with the free retreat cost, makes very easy pivoting. 270 is also a great number because you're knocking out other pretty scary threats in the meta, like Golden Go. So, you might be wondering, how do we get the damage on it? We now have Toxtricity, also who came out in Phantasmal Flames. I almost said Paldean Fates. Um, Once during your turn, if you can use the ability to search your deck for a dark energy and attach it to one of your benched dark Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. If you attach energy to a Pokemon in this way, place 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So, with 2 Toxtricities, you can fully set up Mega Sharpedo and damage it to set up Hungry Jaws. And alongside with our Monkey Dories that we have in the deck, to move over 3 damage counters, you will be able to chip even bigger threats that Mega Sharpedo isn't naturally one-shotting. Because you can move over all 3 damage counters and still have 1 left on Mega Sharpedo to buff up Hungry Jaws. It's a very strong card, which is why it gives up 3 prize cards. Great at knocking out some key threats in the meta, even without the Monkey Dory. 270 is just a great number to hit. You're hitting Cerule Edge, Golden Go, all basic EXs, and just it being a dark type means you one-shot Gardevoir, which is always a nice trick to have. For backup attackers, this deck has 3 different backup attackers. Viper, also who came out in Phantasmal Flames. I almost said Paladin Fates again. God damn. Um, with the ability of Excited Power, if you have any Dark Mega Evolved Pokemon EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon do 120 more damage. So for 3 Dark, you'll swing 240 if Mega Sharpie doesn't play. That is a crazy number to hit on a single prizer. Latios, I was about to say Blood Moon. Blood Moon doesn't die that. No, Latios, Pheasantipede, Squawkabilly, pretty much any big 2 prize liability goes down to that. Teal Mask Ogerpon, Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. Um, just there's so many 2 prizers. Raging Bolt even goes down to it. Just big scary 2 prizers go down to this. And with a couple extra buffs, you might get close to knocking out some other things. Roaring Moon EX has seen lots of play in other areas, like ancient decks. But when Dark Patch rotate, Roaring Moon kind of fell off the planet. Well, now he's back in this deck. Due to the Toxtricity engine, powering up his 2 attacks is very simple. Both for the same cost, Frenzied Gouging is an instant knockout, however you chip yourself down to 30 HP. Calamity Storm is much weaker, only doing 220 and forcing you to discard a stadium to get that damage. But even still, 220, you're knocking out those big 210 HP prize liabilities like Latios and Fez and Squawkabilly and Teal Mask Ogerpon and Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. And it can hit Cornerstone. Everyone in this deck can hit Cornerstone. Mega Sharpedo and Rain Moon can hit Cornerstone Mask. So even then, it's not a big issue. Our last backup attacker and another um useful Pokemon to have because of its ability is Pecharunt EX. Pecharunt allows us to switch our active for free. Except it has to be a dark type that moves to the active, and it poisons them. That will be a good thing coming up here later. And then also, it's a backup attacker because for 2 dark, 60 damage for each prize card your opponent's taken. They've taken 5 prize cards, you're swinging 300. Really strong attack. For other Pokemon, of course, we talked about the Monkey Dories earlier. The Psyduck to stop Dusclops and Dusknoir blowing themselves up to chip our Toxtricities, even though they're not actually knocked out by Dusknoir. Pheasantipity just for insane card draw. We can also, since Pheasantipity is a dark type, Cruel Arrow is an actual option, I mean. And finally, Tatsugiri, just because attract customers is a really strong ability. Being able to look at the top six cards of your deck and reveal a supporter card you find there. Um, and with Petrunk giving us essentially free retreat across our whole board, it's easy to run Tatsugiri. Moving on to trainer cards, three Buddy Buddy Poffins because it can help us find our Carvana Haws and our Toxels. Countercatcher is simple nest balls just to find all of our Pokemon. Ultra Balls again just to find Pokemon. Night Stretcher to help grab us something out of the discard that got knocked out, maybe like a Toxtricity or a Toxel. A Super Rod just to throw those guys back in deck. We really, really want to try to have two Toxtricities on the board at all times. So Super Rod can also recycle those other attackers, maybe Seviper or Roaring Moon or Pecharunt. Gravity Mountain is what I really like about this deck, though. Mega Sharpedo hits 270, so Dragapult and Charizard are out of that range, plus Mega Venusaur. So with this card in play, they go down to 30 HP. They go down by 30 HP, I mean. So just like that, with the assistance of Monkey Dory moving over 3 damage counters, you will take out Charizard EX and Dragapult EX with Gravity Mountain in play. It is a lot, but it is possible, and that's what matters with this deck. Another stadium we have is Town Store, as we'll get to in a second. We run a lot of different tools, so having Town Store to help us search them out is also very useful, alongside the Arvins that we have. Help us find something like a Buddy Buddy Poffin, or one of our other tools that come up later. For Liz Determination, just because it is a crazy good card. Shuffle your hand to your deck, draw six. If you have six prize cards remaining, draw eight. It is crazy good. Iono, just for some late game hand destruction. Disruption, not destruction, god. Two bosses orders, just because we want to make sure Mega Sharpedo is hitting the correct targets. Even targeting one or two prize liabilities on the bench instead of going for the attackers if maybe they're out of range of Mega Sharpedo and we don't have the other tools. Research just as a backup way of getting cards in deck or from deck. I have thought about changing out this research since we already have the 4 Lilies plus the 3 Ionos. I have thought about taking this out for uh TM Evo, just helping us get our Toxtricities up and running. And then for our tool cards, we want three different ones. Air Balloon, just to give Tatsugiri specifically free retreat, however, it can also help with like Monkey Dory. Um, Binding Mochi is another very important card in the deck, buffing any poisoned Pokemon's damage by 40. So we use Pecharunt to grab something off the bench, bring it up to the active, poison them. The Mochi will then buff their damage by 40. With that, Mega Sharpedo naturally is swinging 310, which is a great number to hit. You're knocking Mega Absol, Mega Kangaskhan, and just a bunch of other things just with that bonus damage. And if you're struggling to get your Toxtricities out, this can also damage you to set up your big attack. Finally, our last tool card and trainer card is our Ace Spec Hero's Cape. What I love about Hero's Cape is just giving any Pokemon an extra 100 HP, because things like Mega Sharpedo, 330 is not impossible for some decks to hit. Dragapult can hit it with help Dust Noir, and just a lot of other things that can not be great. With the extra 100 health, um, Golden Go needs to find two extra energies to knock you out, which Golden Go finding, what is that, 9 energies is not guaranteed. It's a lot harder than them finding 7. Raging Bolt needs a lot more. Uh, they need set. Raging Bolt needs 7 energies to knock you out, which is also just a insane number of energies for a Raging Bolt to hit. Um, Cerule Edge needs a lot of energies too. Pretty much every energy in their deck and their discard to swing for a knockout on that. So this deck has a great matchup into those strong beatdown decks. One matchup I've really noticed this deck struggle win is against Dragapult, because Dragapult can easily hit the bench and chipping your Toxtricities, setting up multiple multi-prize turns. Even playing around Psyduck. But overall, though, this deck is terrifyingly strong. It can also work well against those gimmicky single prize decks you see on TCG Live a lot, just due to the sheer attacking power of Survivor. And then, last but not least, I definitely did not forget was Dark Energies. We just run a simple 9 count of. Yeah, so Mega Sharpedo, a really fun deck for anybody looking just to play something new. And that's about it. Let's get into some games. Mega Sharpedo is a really fun deck, and you're about to see why. We lose the starting point, of course, because why would we? Ideally, with this deck, we want to go first, just so that we can evolve early. However, going second is also not bad, though. This deck is very flexible, in which it can go either first or second. And we're going first, so that should be fun. Oh, lovely, they haven't fixed that glitch yet. So we're going to lead the Tatsugiri. Not a great starting hand, but we'll make it work. They mulliganed. That's a lot of water energies. This is Mega Obama Snow, isn't it? Oh, great. Okay, a funny meme deck. I would love to take an extra card from Mulligan. Hey, look, Monkey Dory. I don't really have bench space. That's something that you need to worry about with this deck, is bench space. Bench space will always be something you are fighting for in this deck. Just keep that in mind when you play, if and when you play this deck. Use your bench space very sparingly, because you have room for Carvana, the Toxels, and then 3 other Pokemon. I already have Tatsugiri, and I actually will, a bench and attach to the Monkey Dory. So now, though, in this position, I only get 1 backup attacker. Which is scary. But that is all I will do with my turn. I actually definitely should have grabbed the Arven, but yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's not fine, actually. It's not fine at all. We'll find what we need from Lily. So they're playing funny Mega Obamas now. Discard top 6 cards of your deck, 100 damage for each energy you discard. Is that Kyogre? Yep. I don't really know what this Cubchoo does. $10 and the defending Pokemon can't use attacks. That's fine. I don't run fire or water energies. Oh, Petron. Okay, well, we don't. Petron's a late game attacker. Alright, well, Toxtricity. Toxtricity. Um, Hero's Cape. Sinister Surge once. Sinister Surge. Oh, twice. Oh my gosh. Ah, buttons are hard. Okay, there we go. Now we will. Now we will track customers. Find the Arven. Okay, Arven for U-Ball Mochi. We'll hold on the Mochi for a little while. Ultra Ball away those 2 for Mega Sharpedo. Evolve Adrena Brain the 30. So yeah, like I said again in the deck preview video, part of the video, we can set up Mega Sharpedo with 2 Toxtricities and Monkey over the extra 30 damage. And now we will just Greedy Fangs for 2 since they only have 70 HP. Just take the free 2 Cardicon and move on with our deck. And we find Roaring Moon EX. Our prize card shows us Iono. Their deck's 90% water energies though, so it's not a big deal. They provoke Kyogre. Nitriture up Cubchoo. They bench it. And they pass turn. So yeah, they're probably not going to be able to do much. That deck is just all brick and nothing else. Um, so what we will do is just Sinister Surge, 20. What should I hit for base? 20. Sinister Surge, Darkness, bang, and we are chipping their Snover too. So if they don't evolve next turn, we will just win. But so this is how this deck wants to play. Um, and this will be going this will be in the video, even though this is kind of just a blowout, assuming they don't find a Mega Bomb Snow. Because even though this is kind of a blowout, this is just the deck running exactly how it's supposed to run. Um, so they think they can stall by using Snotted Up. That will not save them. Due to a fun little quirk, first let's monkey over the damage to knock out their Snover. Just a little fun tech. If anything says that something like the defending Pokemon can't use attacks, or like during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon can't attack, blah blah blah, blah something along those lines. Something you can do is just retreat, and then find a way to put that Pokemon back into the active, and it clears the effect. And there you go. That is Mega Sharpedo running exactly how you want it to run. And there you go. That's the Mega Sharpedo game. We'll probably have one more coming up here in a moment. Okay. I have a theory about what they're about to be playing. It definitely has nothing to do with their coin. So they get to decide. They will be going first. Cool. So we'll get a game of us going first and a game of us going second. Nope. Okay. The Terra glitch is still going on. Wow. These are Pokemon cards. These are definitely playable Pokemon cards. Here, you want another good one? Tyrogue. Okay. These are definitely Pokemon cards legal in the current standard format. Ooh, this is rough. Okay. Actually, you know what? This could be a lot worse. What we're going to do this turn is, yeah, I think the point I got. So what we're going to do this turn is Nest Ball, grab a Toxel, Air Balloon on the Monkey Dory, retreat, attach, Ultra Ball to the last two cards to grab another Toxel, probably. No, actually, it won't matter what we grab. We'll probably grab like a Toxtricity or something. Oh, hello. Um, or maybe we put everything up to Tatsugiri. I do like that play. All right, we're risking it all. We're going all in. Please, Tatsugiri, don't, don't do this to me. Please, I don't. I try so hard. Right, air balloon. Tatsugiri, attract customers. Okay, that's not bad. We take those. Now we just need to find Petrarunt, so we can use Call for Family. Lily for 8. Okay! Okay. That went way better than it had any right to go. I don't even need to call for family. I just pass. Holy crap. My gamble paid off. Um Okay, Gravity Mountain, that's fine. I have nothing I'm using Gravity Mountain for. They could swing with Mega Lucario this turn. So they're going to swing with Mega Lucario this turn. That's just not a big deal in our scenario. So in a perfect world... So in the world that we live in, we're in a position where we're going to swing with Roaring Moon this turn. If it's not prized, because I haven't been able to search at all. I think that was a mouse slip. I don't know why he attached the fighting energy to the Tyrogue. He definitely meant to attach it to the Soul Rock. We promote Tatsugiri, even though we really don't need it because we have a Lily in hand. We just look at supporters, you know. Okay, we'll attack customers once we Lily, but so we will Nest Ball, Roaring Moon. Thank God. Also, I definitely did deck search. I definitely just forgot. Bang. Lily for 8. Show me Toxtricity. We got 1. Great. That's not good. Hmm. Okay, well, Ultra Ball away Monkey Dory and Car and Mega Sharpedo. Mega Sharpedo. Holy crap. To grab my only Toxtricity in deck. Great! Great! Toxtricity, Sinister Surge for a Dark Energy. Put it on Big Moon. We're gonna do this funny thing called, gee, I sure do hope they don't play Boss's Orders again. It's my favorite. It's everybody's favorite game. Man, I sure do hope they don't play Boss's Orders. Because if they do, I will. Thank God. Okay. Oh, okay. We're still in this. So they will just take a regular knockout this turn. It still has us in a great position, just to wreak havoc next turn. I think we can go on a very simple and effective prize trade, where he takes knock, we'll knock with Big Moon Man. They'll knock Big Moon Man. That'll put them down to 1 prize card, and me at 3. Then we'll have Pecharunt up and running to hit Mega Kangaskhan for game. The issue is we'll need to dig for boss in that time frame, sometime in that time frame. So I had to throw away Counter Catcher. I threw away Counter Catcher, right? I did not. Okay. Okay. Well, we have Fez in hand, so we have some digging potential. Bench Fez. Um, I did that in the wrong order. Yeah, I did that in the wrong order. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oops. Oh well. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Sinister Surge. The Dark. Onto Pecharunt. See, what I should have done was sent up Monkey Dory, put the energy on Roaring Moon, attach to hand to Monkey Dory, move the damage over to knock Tyrogue, and then swing with Big Moon Man, but it's fine. What do we have in discard? It's just an energy, right? And some Pokemon that I won't use. Let's flip for 3. Boss. Okay, cool, we found boss. Um, and we have Stretcher. We have a Stretcher route, too. Um, yeah, so I definitely think I just Frenzy Gouging. Um, so that knocks them out. That puts me down to 10 HP. However, we are still alive, and they don't run Monkey Dory, I think. I'm fairly certain they don't run Monkey Dory. There's our other Toxtricity, which is really nice to see. So, and we're sitting on boss in hand. So what they will do is take knock. Um, oh, this might be a tad bit more complicated than I originally thought. No, it's fine. It's fine. I still have a line, I think. I'm fairly certain I still have a line. So they Aura Jab for knockout. I think them benching the real Luke gave me a line. to win. So what we will do, how do we win this? We promote Monkey Dory. Okay. Now we have to cook up a line. What is our line? Oh, wait. I have to think about this. We just stretch her. I was really overthinking this. I was trying to figure out, like, swing with Fez, but also damage some Tyro. Yeah, I'm just overthinking this. Attach. Evolve. Super Rod. Back in. Some Dark Energies. Then double. Sinister Surge, and just knock. Wait, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh, that line doesn't work. How? Oh, that line does not work at all. Okay. Okay. Well, that line doesn't work because I'll knock myself out. Well, I've committed, and now I can't really turn back. Um, hmm. Calamity Storm just 220 with the Mochi. I can make it 260, but that won't be enough damage. Hmm. To knock out Mega Kangaskhan. They are at 2 prize cards, though. Hmm. Toxtricity. I can't play around boss. Like, this'll... Iono will be the way I play around boss this turn. Free retreat. Oh. Wait. Wait! They didn't realize I had game! Okay. Wait, they're dumb. Wait. Is that how that works? Yeah, no, that's not how that works. Because if I chipped myself for the 200, I would knock myself out and I would lose. Right? Well, we're ending this video on a question. Comment if I would have lost or not. I'm fairly certain I would have lost because you always lose on self knockout. But anyway, regardless, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these two games. Um, do the YouTube things. I like seeing people do things on my YouTube videos. It gives me that little bit of dopamine I need to get through a day. And I swear, more videos are coming. I think next one I will do is probably Charizard X. Unless there's a different deck people want to watch me play. Yeah, YouTube things. Alright, I'll talk to y'all whenever. See ya.